welcome back to Pops, guys.
Hang on, guys.
First time,
I can't believe you'd start without me.
Well, you're not here. You're not here.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
the chair's there. Come on.
Oh,
the chair,
I didn't notice you weren't on the chair.
Was this because I was ripping you for not being here?
Yeah, totally. So we just didn't miss you.
That's shocking.
Hey, look, you've killed the screen now. You've turned up, screen's gone.
Oh.
See what he does?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're really sorry about last month, guys. Big move. I'm moving to my own property and all the rest of it, so
Good idea.
things are way up in the air. Not much got done in the workshop, unfortunately, but hopefully we got a fun packed show for you today.
Yeah, we've got a few things in live for you today, show. First things first, though, we're actually getting pots on the tools,
Oh.
Using them.
and we're not talking about a kettle.
Oh, no.
No, it's a bit more high tech than a kettle. Yeah.
It does not involve flames, though.
No, we're
Flames
not
and
going to
grinders,
touch a
oh,
near
well,
fire.
that's definitely
No.
not.
Yeah, I mean, there's pushing it and there's pushing it.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got a few good things coming up on today's show.
Yeah, we've got an excellent little bargain car which we're going to bring up with you. We've looked at the basement market, so we're going to get a bit more money now and show you what else as you can get out there.
Yeah, we're also going to be looking at us, following in line with our kind of specialist tools, we're going to be looking at safety in the workplace. Everybody's favourite sleepy subject.
Well, this is it. We all cut corners, we all create problems for our own selves. So we're going to look through some of the safety things, to give you ideas of what to have in your workshop, just so if it does go wrong, hopefully you can keep yourself nice and safe.
We'll do if...
And and there is one thing we're going to do now.
What's that?
We had that beautiful, beautiful sunshine over the last few weeks, as you all know, and we got quite a few emails, didn't we, about the Model T that we covered last month.
Yeah.
So what we thought we'd do, in line with the Model T, we'd pick up another vintage vehicle to have a look at, and this is actually my own vintage vehicle, a 1935 Reliant, oldest Reliant in existence, and I took it out for a spin when I went to a rally. So should we go over and have a look?
Yeah.
That sounds like
So
fun.
let's go and have a look at it now.
Okay.
Right, so last month we looked at the Model T. Thought we'd do something a little different today, and again look at a vintage classic vehicle. And this time, this one. This is my 1935 Reliant. It is actually my own. She's number 31, built in September 1935. Just like the Model T, this is very unusual in the way you actually drive it. So if you come over and have a look. Okay, so from the driving seat, we have pedal that side, which is the clutch pedal that side, which is the brake, but you'll notice there's no accelerator pedal. That's because the accelerator is here underneath the steering wheel, with decompression lever there, and this one down here on the choke for the carburetor. So it's really unusual. There's no ignition key, just like with the Model T. What we have is a switch here for the ignition. So to change gear, we've got the gear lever here. Now this one is actually using the Burma gearbox. It's a 4-speed gearbox, as you can see down here. It's a 4-speed gearbox that's used normally for a motorbike. But what they've done is they've took the first gear out and put a reverse gear in. So you got one reverse and then back for the forward 3 gears. We've got our link between the engine, which is a Jap 600 single, and the Burma gearbox. And then we've got a duplex chain which goes all the way down to the rear axle, which is limited slip diff. The only Reliant ever to be fitted with an LSD. This here is the oil tank, because it's what we call a dry sump engine. As you can see, there's no sump at all, so it's a dry sump engine, so the oil is pumped from the oil box to the engine and then recirculated back to the oil box. We've got a fuel tank up here, holds 1 gallon of fuel, which is good for around about 40-45 miles, so it's not too bad. But, starting it is kickstart procedure. You can see down there is the kickstart, and that's what we use to start it. So we'll fire up and let you have a listen. Okay, so one thing you will notice is the seat is on a hinge, and this is purely because if it kicks back, you don't want it to smack your heel into that, because that will hurt. So simply to start it, we switch the fuel on, tap underneath the tank, tickle the carb, switch the ignition on, and then, making sure she's in neutral, give her a kick.
Tonto,
Yeah.
I was reading in the paper the other day about this guy that was working on his vehicle, and basically his wife came out and found him. He was under the vehicle, and the axle stands he was working on collapsed.
Ow. Yeah, it's not what you want, is it?
No, definitely not. And so that got me thinking about doing this, because all manner of things can happen when you're working in a workshop, especially on your own, as most of us honestly do. And especially if you're working with things like this. This is a blowtorch. Now these are ideal for taking off rusted bolts and nuts, and it makes life so much easier working on your vehicle. However, these can kill you, because if you catch any oil on the bottom of your vehicle and that goes up, you're going to be in trouble. And I don't know about your workshops, but my workshop, I keep other vehicles, I keep lots of tools, I keep various bits and pieces. So it only stands to reason that we should go the extra mile when it comes to making sure that we can treat fires in the workplace. So, which leads me to these tools that we're going to showcase here. Basic things that you'll see in any work environment is your basic foam extinguisher and your carbon monoxide extinguisher. This one, the foam one, is for use on like cardboard fires, wood fires, that kind of thing. And the carbon dioxide is for use on most other fires. Any flammable liquids and live electrical equipment, not to be used on wood or paper or textiles. But these things have saved our bacon more than once. For instance, the other week we were outside, working outside, and was it you, Tonto?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it you were doing?
Severed the fuel line.
Yeah, you severed the fuel line, and that could have been disastrous.
Yeah, that's it. So, especially with the fact that we were using a grinder nearby as well.
Exactly, and not only that, when you're welding, I mean, real specialist tip. You know, we introduced you to our friend. Well, he told me a story about when he was working on a vehicle for one of his former bosses, and basically he didn't remove the cladding from the floor, and when he was welding, it caught fire inside.
Yeah, set
Right,
fire to the workshop.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, make sure in all of your places you've got these, and I can't stress the importance enough about making sure you've got a free run to your fire exit.
Yeah. There is one thing as well to remember, guys, is that we're showcasing here these big extinguishers.
Mm-hmm.
You need something like this in a workshop.
Yeah.
These aren't that expensive to get hold of.
That's 70 quid from Screwfix.
Yeah, that's it. But the beauty is as well is that you'll notice on these they have tags of when they were last serviced. They don't cost that much a service, it's peanuts.
Yeah.
But with the big one, it helps you get rid of the fire. You've got two reasons with a fire extinguisher. If you can get the fire out and to get out the building, so you can blow your way clear.
Yeah. So it's like I said, making sure that your doorways are always kept clear, and that you've got clear ventilation, and that it's signed.
Yeah.
As
Like
fast as it sounds.
This one gives you, it's illuminated in the dark, so you know instantly where your fire extinguisher is. And as the other one, as Spanners pointed out, exit. I know this sounds really stupid. Exit sign, it's your workshop. You know where the door is. But trust me, if this place fills with smoke,
That lights up.
you then are completely disorientated where you are. This illuminates in the dark, which means that you can see it and you can then know where you're going. Simple but effective. Ooh, using a tool.
Dad, be careful with that. Oh God, Dad.
What's he done?
I can't believe you did that.
Okay, right. Plasters for your first aid boxes, and needing your first aid boxes identified by a proper label saying first aid box, but making sure they are completely kitted out. If they're not kitted, they're empty, not the first aid box. In here we've got a selection of bandages, plasters, gloves, because you'll need another set of gloves because of infections. They come in different shapes, different types. You can buy them anywhere, virtually any shops, but when you buy them, making sure that you've got them, that the first aid box, if we're not advertising this as a first aid box you go and buy, But at the end of the day, first aid boxes save lives. It's got a heck of a lot of kit in it, but in making sure all the plasters, bandages are all in date. Because if we get run out of date, they can actually break down, and making sure that it's not going to be sterile still. So as such, making sure you've got a good first aid kit, making sure it's not being used as half empty, making sure everything's in there, and this should be checked on a regular basis to make sure that the contents is in date.
So have you checked recently as Pops?
Yes,
And?
it's all in date at the moment.
Is it all in date?
At the moment. This one's another one. It's out of date, so what we're going to do is take all the stuff out of that one, out of this one here, and put a new load of stuff into this one, because once this is in the workshop.
That's our travel box, isn't it?
In the workshop, and this one is our travel one. We take with us to any show, in case we have an accident when we're doing a show with us, to make sure.
Ow!
No, not again.
First aid!
We don't want any more first aid tonight. Thank you very much.
Okay, when you're in the workplace, PPE is very important. What?
Don't need to shout, dude.
I can't hear ya.
Don't need to shout.
Say again.
Don't need to shout.
But you're only talking quiet.
He's a tool.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, what did you say?
I said your dinner's ready.
Oh, the dinner's ready already. Right, okay. On a more serious note, guys. PPE. We all know about it, but do we all use it? For instance, grinding. Eyes are very important. If you're like me and you're a dad and you've got a little one, you want to watch him grow up. Me and Spanners have got little ones. We want to watch them grow up.
And Pops.
And Pops, yeah, he's a big little one there. But without these, you ain't going to see it. This sort of thing is very cheap. You can even buy these type, which give you the side protections. They're very cheap. For the cost of this, it's worth buying them. We do a lot of grinding in the workshop. We get a lot of sparks from all sorts of equipment. You need to protect your eyes. Even if you're just using a sander and you've got dust flying about, the dust can affect your eyes badly. So a good pair of goggles is actually essential. So make sure you've got a pair of these in your workshop. Ear defenders. Okay, it's not many jobs that we need these on, but trust me, we only have one pair in here because we don't do a lot of noisy work. But some of the times when we do work in here, these are essential. For one is when I'm using a 9-inch angle grinder. In here, the noise it makes, the reverberating mount here, is a serious amount of noise. 120 decibels is, I think, what Spanners recorded it at last time with the sound meter. So something like this is essential, because your hearing will only take it for so long, and then you'll start losing your hearing. So again, very cheap. What are these normally? About $9.99?
Yeah, about $10. And they're also really good for when the missus is having a go.
Yeah, that's even better. Don't say that on camera. She'll know what you're up to. So again, very cheap for what they give you. Blue roll. This sounds really stupid and simple. Roll of this. If you get an oil spillage in your workshop, you need to get it out. Nothing. Oh, I'll worry about that later. This stuff is wonderful for soaking stuff up.
And cat litter.
Oh yeah, and cat litter. That's another good one. Cat litter from your local stores, or pet shops, supermarkets. You can pick up a cheap bag of cat litter. We have a bag. Where's our bag? Have we used it?
No, it's round the back.
All right. We've got a bag of cat litter here for the same reason. Get an oil spillage, stick that on it, or if it's on the concrete floor, use some of this. This floor's sealed, so this wipes it up, no problem at all. Stops you from sliding, falling and having a serious injury and then needing Pops to put you back together, because trust me, you don't want him to put you back together. Another piece of PPE, safety gloves. I mean, we use grippers here in the workshop because you saw in past months these are really, really good gloves. But these gloves really protect your health, because when you're sticking your hands in some of the grime that we do as mechanics, from the oil, the petrol, the contaminated oil, you don't want to know what's in that contaminated oil, but you're sticking your hands in it, working in it. These will protect you and your health. Your skin won't absorb it, which means that you're in a lot better position. So a lot healthier, hopefully. There we go, guys. In fact, let's bring the rest of the team back in. Okay, so as we said, guys, PPE, very, very, very.
What are you doing?
Well, I was in fact driving that bolt off, and it sheared as I done it, and bang, right in the head.
How did it go?
It went bang, right in the head.
What, is it just there?
I'm going to kill you.
Later. Not until the
But no, joking aside, guys, you've seen the various different forms of PPE for your workshop, from personal protection, hence the PPE, to the first aid kits, to the fire extinguishers. It's all about keeping you guys safe.
Yeah, a safe workshop's a happy workshop.
Yeah. Right, I know it might seem expensive that you don't really want to spend out because you'd rather put new bits on your bike, but if you injure yourself badly, that bike ain't going to go anywhere anyway. This
is true. And I mean, they say, I think it's something like 30%, there's a 30% rise in A&E admissions during bank holidays. Yeah. And that's down to people working in garages and DIY in the home. Yeah, so please take heed, guys. It's, in fact, actually, talking of take heed, should we go and have a look at this nice motor that we've got outside? Yeah, the bargain bike. So, just going to go outside now. Let's go and have a look at this motor.
Oh, okay.
Right, Spanners has got me to meet him down here late at night. I ain't got a clue why. Apparently he's all raving about some car he's bought. But it's past my tea time. I need to get home and get some food. But, ooh, I hear something. What's in this? It's a Porsche. He's brought a Porsche. Hey, I like that. That's nice.
Dude,
oh, what a beautiful colour.
I'm so excited. What a car. This, guys, is a 986. It's 2.7 Tiptronic. So, basically, it has the buttons on the steering wheel. Oh, right. So you can change gear.
A bit like my old D9 motor bus at the museum.
But a little bit quicker.
So what did that knock you?
Well, I think we should disclose that a bit later on. What do you reckon? What do you think it cost me?
I reckon probably 5,000. Okay, well,
hold on to that thought, and we'll have a look at some online.
Yeah, we can do that.
So I think
a gorgeous car.
I tell you what, absolutely stunning. And I mean, it's high mileage. I'm not going to lie, it's 140,000.
That's nothing though if a car's been looked after.
The guy I bought it off, he presented me with a bill that he spent £2,500 last year on small jobs. Wow. The car, when it was new, I've got the original proof of purchase, £51,000 car.
That's a very, even at 5.5 I'm out there. That's crazy. Very cheap motor.
Well, the thing was, the way I looked at it was, Dante, we'd done small and cheap. We'd done what you can get at the bottom of your scale. And so I wanted to see what I could get for my money. And I'm not impressed.
For what you could buy.
I've actually bought it myself.
Yeah.
So that's my new car.
You're an alpha man. Is there an alpha badge hiding underneath here?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I was hooked from the second I got into it.
Well, when you came round then onto the unit, she sounded gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
What a gorgeous sound to it.
I think what we should do is we should wait for the morning light and we'll have a proper look round her.
Yeah, so what we'll do, I need my food, I'm starving, so we're going to go and have some tea and that, and we'll come out in the morning, have a proper look at her and see what she's like. So, see you in a bit, guys. So,
cheers, guys.
As you saw, guys, he got me to meet him here, stupid little last night, because he brought this beautiful car here. It's a lot better in the daylight than she does in the dark, isn't she?
No, she looks just as good in the dark.
You can see it there in the daylight.
So, I'm surprised you haven't asked me what it is yet.
It's a Porsche.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, what type of Porsche is this?
This is the 986 Boxster. It's the 2.7 Tiptronic. So, basically what that means is you've got the little, it's an automatic, and it's got switches on the steering wheel.
So you just manually switch.
So you can manually switch the gears. Yeah, it's obviously a convertible, but at the moment I've got a hard top on. And
that's to both wheels.
Yeah, it's I think it's 220 brake horsepower.
That's not bad, is it?
Not for 2.7 litre, no.
So that's what you call shifting territory.
Yes, and all this for the price of a second-hand Fiesta.
I wonder which one I'd prefer. Tough choice.
Yes, definitely. But the thing is, guys, really important to note, if you're going to buy a car like this, don't be scared to work on it.
And also, check your insurance classification. He's getting old now, so
Yes.
insurance isn't too bad.
Beard.
But if you're one of our younger viewers and you go to look for a car like this, check the insurance class first, because you might find, yes, you can go and buy the car, but then you can't insure it without a king's ransom. So it's always best checking that before you actually purchase the car.
Should we take the top off?
Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll move you guys around to the side so you can see it easier, and show you how easy it is to take the top off, turn it into a soft top.
So as Tonto said, one of the benefits of these is that you get the protection during the summer and during the winter. One of the biggest points being, because this is the first edition, second edition of the Boxster, this came with a plastic back window. Now, they're great, but they decided to change that for the next rendition, and they put glass in there because of the plastic breaking and cracking. So one way to protect against that is to have a hard top. It's the ultraviolet rays that cause the issue, so obviously having a hard top helps prevent against that. And also during the winter months, these are absolutely crucial in giving you comfort in your vehicle. It helps keep it warm, it helps keep the road noise down, and it also helps prevent any issues with people breaking into your car through the roof. So it's dead easy to take off. There's a clip in the middle, you undo the clip, and then there's two side latches. Tonto, can you give us that? So you've got your two twist catches, and then that lifts up, and then you get one hand on the front. And it's that easy. So Tonto, do you fancy coming having a look in the car?
Yeah, I think we can do that. It's
So the interesting thing about this car in particular is that the car itself, we think, may have been a press vehicle. We've got the original bill of purchase, £51,000. It come with the heated leather seats. It came with the sports pack interior, which was the blue fleck, which looks great in good condition, but it's a little bit weathered in this one. But kind of expect that in a car with 140,000 miles on it. However, the service history on this is immense. It had been serviced by Porsche themselves every, I think it's 10,000 miles. So one of the other key things that this car was famous for was the speed in which the roof went up and down. Do you want me to show you that?
yeah, I think you can show us that better.
And it's as easy as that.
12 seconds. That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Crazy, isn't it?
But what a lovely smooth action.
And it's just phenomenal. And like you said, what are you going to get for? I haven't told you how much I paid for it yet, have I?
No, it's the thing. That's a lot of car. As I said last night, I think probably the 5.5 mark is what you paid for it.
£3,000.
Wow.
£3,000.
I got £3,000 for a car in this league. There's a lot to be said for that.
Should we take it on the road?
Yeah, I'm taking a blast up the road and see what we got speed-wise. See if he is as fast as he says.
So I can't believe I'm driving a Porsche. This thing is amazing. It's a 2.7 Tiptronic. It's just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. People say this is the poor man's Porsche. That's not true. Absolutely not true. Anybody who's driven one of these will understand. The power is just there. The vehicle itself, the steering, the geometry, it's so stable on the road. Being a mid-engined sports car, this was Porsche Boxster's first take on a water-cooled engine, and they had the problems, the IMS bearing being one of them. There was a few other bits and pieces that they had troubles with, like the cylinder liners and various other bits, but it's still an amazing vehicle, absolutely. And the best part about it is these vehicles, you can get them for the price of a second-hand Fiesta nowadays. Yeah, what a bargain. I absolutely love that car.
I know, like £3,000 though. What a car for £3,000.
What, £51,000 that car cost?
Yeah. I mean,
I've got the
unbelievable,
original
isn't it?
bill of sale.
Yeah. So it just shows you guys that both ends of the scale. If you've got a few quid to spare, you can get yourself one seriously nice little sports car. If you haven't got many pennies, bit of hard work, and you can get yourself a good bargain basement to get about on. So whichever way the scale, you've got it.
Yeah, fantastic little track car there.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get it on a track.
Yeah, that'll be
But
awesome.
I think what we will do next month is we focus on the cars for the past couple of months. I think we go appease to our bike guys out there. So next month we're going to concentrate on the bikes, and we've got some beautiful, beautiful classics coming up for you on that part.
So I'm just surprised we managed to keep him away from the kettle for so long.
Yeah. And look, they're all still there. Magical sewing on, you see.
Oh, no.
So remember, first aid in the workshop.
Always remember that.
Yeah. Don't put your fingers in front of a blade.
Yeah.
As Pop's going to
Or
say.
an elbow grinder. Well, he nearly cut his nuts off that one day.
I know.
Steady now.
Yeah, but they're not needed now, are they?
No, this is, did it right first time.
That's it.
Second time as well.
So from all of us then, guys, keep safe. Have a happy month's motoring. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Bye.